Greetings everyone and welcome back to No One Survived. So it's day 11 of year 3 and yes, we do have a horde today. It is also summer, so our heroine is darned in her mostly summer outfit. It does have some protection going. It's not the perfect stuff for the extreme heat, which we have seen by the way. The extreme heat would mean the shorts and the t-shirt. But for now, that will do. It is the first day of summer, so it's not really that hot. It will get hot though. Very much so. Now, I have repaired the horde base, but I want to make 2 additions to it. So I'm going to need parts. I've already laid down the images. Now the first thing I'm going to need is 2 motors. What I want to do is something that was a suggestion by one of my viewers. And I do see it as something that's going to fix a bit of a problem that I've been having. All right, let's see. I don't remember how much of this stuff I actually need, so I'm going to grab handfuls of it for now. Now, I do know... Yeah, I have been working on metals, by the way. I'm going to take that and that. Now, am I forgetting anything? Let me just remind myself, because it is spinning blades we're talking about here. Motor, electrical wire, ingot, simple part. Oh, advanced parts. All right, so I need 4 advanced parts. Yeah, I might end up having advanced part problems here. I have been trying to get ahead of this. We'll talk about that in a moment. Because I want to do some other things today as well. But like I said, first things first. I don't want this to slip through the cracks. I want to do some work around the base today. I want to see how much of tailoring I can get going. You know, I never made the low-level items, and I do need to make those. Like the loom and the low-level tailoring thing, because I didn't have any tailoring skill until the last episode when we just shot from 1 to 5. And then, of course, make the big ones and see if we can get anything good out of that. All right, you can see what I'm doing here. The big guys have had a bit of a problem sticking on the edge, you know, right here. Now, I was thinking maybe could I do a rounded stair or something? I just couldn't get it to work. So I'm thinking if I can just punish them for being here, maybe it'll push them along. All right, so let's just fill these guys up. There's one done there. I don't know if that's going to be a problem with the wall, but it did fit there. So that's really all that matters to me. All right, and then of course we need power, and then we need it on the switch. We're going to test this to see how it works out. Oh, that reminds me, I did want to put an extra fuel in that burner right there. The 2 in the back aren't really a problem. But that one might be a problem because it's down to 10. So if I have an extended situation with enemies that just don't want to die quickly, it could be a problem. All right, let's just see if this is going to be an issue up here. All right, we still do have time. Not a lot of time, but we do have time. I'm just hoping that the horde actually shows up today. It gets a little annoying when that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't know, and I have to like put a floor there because if they pop up, they just kind of all stand there. It makes for bad hordes, so that's the reason you don't see it. All right, so let's see here. Ooh. Okay, we're seeing that. Now I want to see the best way. Okay, that one is going. Okay, it doesn't look like it's hitting them at all, the walls I'm looking at. Okay, so that's good. So if somebody gets stuck there, they have motivation to unstuck themselves. All right, let's turn this guy off. There we go. All right, the power is negligible. It's not really draining it at all, unlike the oil well. But I mean, the oil well is doing something physical. This is just running a couple of electronic items. All right, so I think that we're ready for now. Yeah, eventually I am going to have to do something about these walls. I do have a lot of stones, so I could probably just rip them out and replace them, just in case. Another thing, when I end up having a lot of iron, what I'd like to do would be to put the spike fences, I'd like to put them on the outside here. That way, if they start, trying to beat on something or coming along, they'll get some extra damage. Okay, I don't know if they're going to destroy them. I hope not. If they do a lot of damage, I may have to rethink this. But it really all depends on whether or not we have a big guy showing up, if you know what I mean. And these guys, I tried to lower them as much as I could. So maybe they could do some damage to a crawler if it comes in. So we're going to have to see how that's all going to work out. And that's not going to be very long, actually. We're going to have to be back fairly soon. I do want to get a fuel for that first one. I'm hoping I can sneak in there, too. I may have to put another window in. By the way, my second crop came in, and I can't help but notice that I have a little bit of a problem. Well, I should say there is a bit of a problem. Here, oh, and I also killed another wolf because I wanted some meat lying around. Which reminds me, first things first. Oh, yes, and I put a guardrail in, and she doesn't grab onto it anymore, so that's a wonderful thing. All right, I've actually been using this, and this is all of the oil that I have now. So I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to put this other stuff back here too. So basically it is making the fuel for me, and that's a good thing. And I do have a lot of oil, so I'm not going to run out anytime soon. Yeah, tomatoes. You see the problem with the tomatoes? See, I've actually used a bunch of them, and I took 3 of them aside to make seeds because I didn't have any seeds. But you'll notice the space they're taking up. And when you use them in recipes, they're the exact same as the wheat. So, you know, I'm thinking just the wheat is a good idea. And the wheat lasts so much longer, too. I didn't even notice that. It lasts 10 days, and these only last 3 days. Now, it's in here, of course, so it's probably more like 6 days. But, I mean, I just don't see a reason to make anything but wheat. Because, like I said, they work the same way in combinations. I even tested it, too. So I just don't even understand. Oh, well. All right, let me throw this stuff back. I am in full production mode here. I have been making trips back and forth. Like, here we go over here. Okay, not that one as much. Oh, the other ones have stopped. Why did you stop? Okay, so I guess I processed most of that already. Yeah, I haven't even touched that one. Yeah, the iron is going very quickly because it's 3 iron ingots for 1 steel ingot. And why did you stop? Because you have more iron. All right, I'm going to have to bring the rest of that up. All right, let me put the, let me put this back. And then we'll put this back. Right, I wanted to cook that one and eat it beforehand. I am starting to have a little bit of a food problem again because the food that I have either doesn't have a lot of carbs or it's getting old, if you know what I mean. So that's, I want to start getting into the canning fairly soon. But then again, I'm going to need a lot of vegetables and a lot of meat. I killed another wolf. That's the reason I had more jerky in there. I just kind of drew him with the car and then blew his brains out when he got close to me. They're a lot easier to kill than bears and boars, that's for sure. All right, so that's good. We're just going to eat that right now. And I should probably start making my way over there. All right, how are we doing here? Okay, I could use a refill of water. This is just so convenient right here. And it's so slow to go through this guy right here. So that's good. All right, so let's go. Is there anything else? Oh, and I made some more vehicle repair kits. You know, I had a really ugly problem when I came back yesterday from the ore location. You know, the ore field? I'm coming over here. I don't want to attract anybody. Do you know what happened? Is I drove into the intersection when I was coming home, and none of that was there. It just wasn't there. But it then suddenly appeared. What happened was that my car was sitting on top of that. And I had a lot of trouble getting it off. And I did a lot of damage attempting to flip it over and over and over. So, I mean, that's a problem with this game sometimes, is that it doesn't physically put something in until you're right on top of it. I had a couple of close calls with that, but that last one was ugly. And of course, I already have all my weapons. All right, when we get back, I want to start working on more additions to the base. Like I said, I want to start working on the tailoring and see what we can do with that. I don't know how much has been added in the meantime. Maybe we can make a cowboy hat. Either that, I'm going to have to go looking for it. It is day 11 after all, so that the stores have refreshed themselves. Unfortunately, those merchants are not in very fun locations. Right, this one right here is down to 20. I'm pretty sure they're like 15 or 16. All right, I'm very curious as to how this works out. I'm hoping that they don't destroy it. The big mistake I made with this base, and I would not make it again, is I have it raised. I should have put it as far down as possible, as low to the ground as possible, because it seems the big guys are getting stuck here because they don't know how to walk up there. Something like that. Oh, and I wanted to check this one. It's like 15 or 16, I believe, right? And they're both identical. 14, but that's still gonna go. That's still gonna go just fine. Just fine indeed. I'm just hoping they actually show up, because that gets very annoying. And this over here, I'm just going to have to cut down some trees and do something with that if I get the time. I am actually busy all the time at the moment. All right. So what time do we have now? Okay, so we have just about an hour until they arrive. The moon is up and the time is approaching. All right, so I'm just going to go over here and turn this on. Be a little bit proactive here. And I'm hoping that our new blades are going to help us considerably. It really depends on who shows up. All right, let's move up a bit here so that I can draw them into the tunnel. You know, in retrospect, I shouldn't have extended the tunnel as much as I did, because it does seem to be causing me some issues. All right, so where are they coming from? Okay, right there. That's actually a good position, right there. All right. Do we have any big guys? We do. We have a big guy. He's coming right there. All right, I need to see what's going on. Okay, we have another wave coming. Okay, the blade seems to be messing him up. And it did kind of push him in the way, didn't it? Do you see him right there? Right there, there he is. He's dead. Okay, we have another exploder. That looks like a regular zombie right there. Any more waves? Wow, that worked really good. No problem at all. Hold on a second, turn that off. There's nobody on the outside, right? That worked better than I ever thought it would. So the big guy came over here and he was kind of stuck, but the spinning blade pushed him to the middle. And then he was kind of stuck between the two of them for a while. You know, if it wasn't for those darn exploding zombies, I don't think that the base would get any damage at all. All right, let's just go down. But unfortunately, the exploders are just a thing, aren't they? I did not fire one single bullet. Not one. All right, how are these guys doing? Almost no damage. This one over here did get some damage because, like I said, there was seemingly he came over here and then he slowly got pushed over here. Oh, wow, this one here is like really hurt. So why don't we just do a repair on that? Yeah, and this one here. He was probably beating on that. All right, this one here, this one here. I'll go over and do the rest of it later. I'm very curious. Almost no damage. Almost no damage. Almost. This is... Wow, those blades on the outside were awesome. How's the ceiling? I'm trying to see where the explosions were. I don't think anybody got inside. I think that's the reason that these things ended up taking a lot of damage. But wow, that was a great addition right there. More blades. Yeah, I think we're good to go now. Because the big guy was easily handled by those. And they didn't even hit the the iron spike walls in the inside. Those blades on the outside did a lot of damage. All right, so I think we're good to go for quite some time. I'll go over and do some final repair work, but as you can see, I kind of did the most of it already. So yeah, that worked out very, very well. A lot better than I thought it was going to. So in terms of the suggestion by my viewer, yes, that was a very, very good idea indeed. Okay, so why did you stop? I got some more for you. So let's just load up the iron here because I need as much iron going as possible. All right, you're doing the silver. All right, I wanted to make more bricks. Right there. Okay, 7 more bricks. Because I am going to start getting into the buildings pretty soon. And I want... Oh, wait a minute. There's one left. I am going to be getting into the buildings pretty soon. And I want to make sure that I have everything that I need. What I'm probably going to have to do is put down a wood platform for everything to sit on. Because if I remember correctly, they wouldn't sit on the ground. But of course I could probably test that. It's easy enough to test. Let's just... I also need to be reminded of what I need. Alright, we'll pick a spot that doesn't have any trees for the moment. See, my plan has always been that I'm going to make the community building directly behind my building here. And then I'm going to put the other buildings around it. See, I got plenty of room. So there's no issues with that. You know, I don't want to extend too far over here because the wolves, but I mean, are they going to attack the NPCs? I mean, we've seen hordes attack the NPCs and essentially they're immortal. So, all right, so let's go with this. And let's see, outdoors. Now, the first building I would need to make, of course, is the control center. I think that used to be the community building. I don't know. It's control center. Cement, iron. Iron is going to be an issue. Advanced parts. It's the reason I'm trying to crank everything out. I could probably make that now, though. All right, let's just see here. Oh, you can put it on the ground. Yeah, but you notice the stuff is clipping through it? Yeah, I mean, the stuff is clipping through it, and I'm willing to bet that that's going to happen. So I probably should have a wooden platform. It's going to be a big one, but I mean, you know, obviously when I put a building down, these guys are not going to grow back, but lots of other trees grow back. And you know what was funny? I cut down one of the trees over here, and apparently I did aggro a zombie. It was this one here. I cut this one down, and then I saw a zombie coming at me because I came up this far to collect the wood. And then he saw me apparently, and then came over here. So, yeah, they do have a decent radius. It really depends on where they are. All right, so let's see about getting some new toys, shall we? How am I doing here? Yeah, I am a little tired. We'll worry about that later. All right, so let's go to the technology area and see what we need to do some unlocking. Now, like I said, I never did the loom. I could have done it before, just never did it. And I do believe there's some things that the loom you need it for. All right, I need plant fibers for that. Then I need the sewing table and I need 2 iron for that. So why don't we just work on those? Okay, plant fibers. And then, you know, I might as well just take a stack because I'm probably going to need it. All right, so let's see here. See, I don't know whether or not the old tailoring bench can do something that the new one can't, because that has been an issue in some cases. What is that? Oh, the medical lab. Yeah, I don't even have medicine 1 at the moment. So it's a matter of I'm going to open up everything at once. All right, so do this and then do this. I could probably fit them down here. You can see I move this guy around there a bit. The advanced stuff I'll probably keep upstairs. All right, so let's see about making some things. First things first, where is the loom? Yeah, it starts building up. Here it is. All right, planks, stones, plant fibers. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I bet you there's a storm going on right now, isn't there? Can you rotate or something? Yeah, like there. That's good. That's good. All right, now can I put the tailoring bench over there? Chemical bench, sewing table. All right, same principle, right? All right, same thing. Can you just kind of rotate? I guess that's all right. I mean, I'm not going to trip on it or anything like that. All right, and yeah, it's getting very dark. So we'll brighten it up as much as we can. All right, what's going on? Let me guess. Sands. No, it's actually rain. Wow! Blinded by the light. Yeah, and I need to get electric lights going in here too. There's really no excuse for that. All right, now how many planks do I have? I have some. I'm going to have to go out and get some wood, ain't I? All right, did you need planks? You need 9. Okay, you have all of them now. Stones, plant fibers, simple parts, and a toolkit. So we should be able to do that. I have stones over here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to have any problems putting walls in to the side of the Horde base, you know, the wood section. It's just a matter of, like, I guess I need motivation for it. When I nearly die as a result, that's when I'll do it, right? All right, let's see how we doing here. Okay, I have plant fibers. I didn't have enough plant fibers. So we'll grab more plant fibers. Boom, there we go. Now this guy can make fabric. That's what he does. So do I need that? I guess I'm going to have to see the other sewing tables and such. Actually, the biggest problem there is planks because I have to go outside and chop down some trees. All right, hold on a moment here. All right, so I got 3 there, so let's make some planks. 3. There we go. And I'm going to keep these guys because I need them for putting walls in up above. I have the ceilings up above. Here, if you didn't notice when I was up here, I do have all the ceilings, and I started putting in walls. I did this one first. But I want to get all the walls in. I'll put something here, and then I'll have some more storage, and then, you know, the advanced machines. I got room for advanced machines, and I can still do storage along the walls. Although there'll be certain things in here, like the canning machine. The shower probably should go in that corner. And then we'll put the canning machine over here or over here. Depends on where it's not in the way. And then it'll be furniture and the nice bed. And then we'll have the animal heads mounted all over the place. We will try to get a bear. So there's a couple of places I know where bears are. Multiple bears. So maybe that's something we'll do on stream. The bear hunt. All right, how are you doing there? Because I did need that. Yes, there we go. Is that enough? Yes, all right, now we need simple parts, plant fibers. Plant fibers is certainly not a problem. Just grab all of that. Okay, the fur, the toolkits. Got a bunch of fur. All right, we'll take that for the moment. And 2 of these. Okay, now I need simple parts in the ingots. I can't help but notice you're sitting here doing nothing. Why are you sitting here doing nothing? Oh, not that. I want this. Yeah, keep going. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you can do more. All right, so let me grab those. And then I just need 5 simple parts. All right, let's put this one back. Simple parts. 5. All right, let's put the plank back. I can't help but notice that morning is coming too. There we go. All right, so what can we make here? The little bag, the bigger bag. I mean, basically this is all your standard stuff here. Low level. So I'm hoping that when we get the big one in, we can make a lot more complex things. But the first thing I want is my sunglasses. All right, so let's see about making the advanced one now, shall we? That is going to be down here. Now I do believe I need, this is the sewing, no, this one over here, the sewing machine. All right, so I need 3 advanced parts and I need the blueprint. So the blueprint, yeah, I'm starting to run out of these things here. The advanced medical, I've never used a bow in this game and I just don't see a reason for doing that. Maybe I'll test it someday. It's just at the moment I have ammunition and I can shoot things in the face. So I just don't see using a bow and arrow at that point. All right, and then I needed some advanced parts. I hope I have enough advanced parts to actually make this thing. That's my concern. All right, so let's see what we have here. There it is. All right, so open that up. All right, now this one, I mean, could I put it there and it's not going to interfere? I mean, having them all together, I mean, here's the thing. If I can use that to make everything this can make, then I might as well just get rid of this. Now this one I think you do need because it's the only one that allows you to make fabric. Hold it a second. Right, so I mean I have a lot of fabric, but eventually you're going to need a ton of it anyway, so it's not a bad option. But I might be able to get rid of this. Alright, so if worst comes to worst, I end up getting rid of it, I'll just take the other one apart and move it over. But first, let's find out what we need for this one. Now, where is it? Sewing machine? Oh, there it is right there. Alright, let's put this down. Alright, rotate. There we go. Actually, pretty small, isn't it? Planks! I need more planks. Alright, so advanced parts, I think I have that much. It's not that big of a problem because I've been preparing for this. The only thing I know I'm going to need is I'm going to need more planks. Did I have any more over here? Nope, I didn't. Alright, let me go chop down another tree very quickly. Alright, so let's get a whole bunch of planks because planks are just a really good thing to have. Alright, so I'm just going to say 9. Alright, I needed a motor. I think it was 2 toolkits? I think it was 2 toolkits. Let's just see. No, it was 5. And then I need electrical wire, fur, steel. Ooh. Like I said, I do have all this stuff. I think it was 3, right? And you wanted 5. So 4 more. And then electrical wire. Did that need electronic components? Wasn't paying attention. No. The planks, advanced parts, I only need 3 of those. More plant fibers and then steel. Let's grab one of the piles of steel. Let's grab some of these. Alright, so I need the 3 advanced parts and the plank. Or planks, I should say. I need 3. And grab that. Okay. Oh, I think I grabbed too much. There we go. And now 3 advanced parts, and then we're going to be done. I'm hoping there's some good new recipes in there that will be... uh-oh. Alright, well, we're going to have to do something about that, aren't we? Alright, what do I need? Probably steel, right? Yep. Alright, so I only need 1 steel. So let me just bite off 1 steel. Yeah, it's a slow process, but then again, I am building a lot of things here, ain't I? Alright, so... Oh, what am I doing? I put it in there for the entire purpose of making one of these. Alright, now is that everything? It just needs the advanced parts. And there they are. Good. And we are finally done. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Alright, we can actually make these. We can't make the really good ones, though. I was really hoping there'd be some really cool recipes in here now. Because, you know, they were going to talk about adding a whole bunch of new clothing. Unfortunately, not really anything special. Like these, this is good. We can actually make military backpacks now. But 20 fine fabric is extremely expensive. Now, I think though, did I unlock that one? Wait a minute. Speaking of fine fabric. Oh, I just realized, yeah, these guys here, but those are kind of expensive to make, which is the reason that I collect them whenever I find them. I don't let them go, you know what I mean? Did I unlock? No, I didn't. That's the reason. All right, let me get the cotton. I also have cotton out in the pickup truck, I believe, too. All right, so let's see. Because being able to make fine fabric is very important. Now, who's actually making that? Is that the loom? Yes, it is. All right, so you need to have the loom. So what do you need? Plant fibers and cotton. All right, I think I'm going to have to start planting cotton. I have some over here, but I got a ton over in the box over there just for the purpose of doing things like this. All right, I should probably move the vast majority over. All right, let's see. How many can we make? I ran out of plant fibers. No, I'm not going to run out of plant fibers. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I've been saving plant fibers for a very long time. That should do for now, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, cotton is going to be a little bit short. We can make 7 fine fabric, which means I need to start growing cotton. So I'm going to have to add some hydroponics over here, and I think I only had one. No. I have more than one cotton seed because I used some of the cotton that I had to make some extra. So where is my cotton? Oh, cotton seeds. Okay, so I have 5 of them. Right, because if I want to mass produce the fine fabrics, then I'm going to need a lot of cotton. And as we saw before, I do have a lot of these, even though it's going down pretty quickly, isn't it? It used to fill the whole thing. Now, fabric isn't going to be a problem. I have a lot of that. But yeah, I am going to go down fairly quickly in the plant fibers, so I'll have to make sure to get it whenever I can. How are you doing? Okay, that's working out good. But of course, I have to turn all of this into steel, or a lot of it to steel. So we'll just say 5 after you... Oh, I'm already doing that. Okay, kill that. Yeah, I have 9 coming out afterwards. Alright, so it does seem as if I don't need both of these, because there's nothing here that isn't here. That reminds me. Power. Connect to main power. I mean, there's extra items. But there's no real reason to keep this then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to move this over here. This you need because you need it for the fine fabric. But this one basically is just a lower version of this, and this has more. Probably works a lot faster too because it's powered. What is this one? Gloves? Yeah, no cowboy hat. Very upset about that. Very upset indeed. But you can make some clothing here that's actually useful. 60 cotton to make that. You know, if you find one of those and you take it apart, you get a lot of cotton, but not that much. No, not that much. And this one here, yeah, I mean, 20 fine fabric to make that. You're better off going through hotels. Besides, that's not even the best one anyway, is it? The best one is this one right here for the military ones. Because you can see it's smaller. You could put 4 across. See, if we could make those, I would probably work on cranking them out because you could fit 16 of them in here. Yeah, I know that the hiking bag is big and it's great, especially for carrying it on your back. I mean, it does slow you down. If you haven't noticed, it reduces your speed by 20, which is significant, by the way. That one I think only does 10. Let's see, hold on a minute. No, that one is 15. That one's 15. They're all 15. All right, so the little ones, the smaller ones, aren't as much of a slowdown. And of course, the really small ones are probably nothing at all. All right, I think that's going to be it for now. So yeah, I need to get back out to the ore fields and get some more iron ore. And I need to keep processing it because we have a lot of things to make now, don't we? Now, in terms of here... Let's just check out the things we don't have yet. I know the canning machine is one. Oh, right. I'm going to have to do a lot of reading before that one is done. You know, I would really like to find somebody who trains that. I know it would be a waste, but I have so many sellables, you know? It's just going to take so much time to read through all those books. If anybody knows where the person who trains medicine is on the board, let me know. That way I don't have to do all of that. And I do need lights. We might have to do some work on stream in terms of beautifying the base. You know, streets, that being one of them, building a platform in the back being another one. Yeah, the canning machine. I don't need a diagram for that, but I do have all of that. It's a good thing that doesn't require cooking. Right, because that way I can cook things and then I can put them into cans. The cans do require aluminum though. So that's something that I'm going to have to start cracking out the aluminum. And it's getting very bright, isn't it? Well, you know what? It is noontime, isn't it? Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So the Horde was extremely successful. The spinning blades at the mouth were kind of game-changing right there. And it's giving me ideas in the future, maybe for other Horde bases. Definitely lowering to the ground is a good idea. Because I do have to make something in the future for extreme, don't I? And this is kind of a learning experience. Yeah, he's nowhere nearby. He's still trapped in year 1, I think, isn't he? So we will have to work on him on stream sometime in the future. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one and use this one. Yeah, it's a shame that those awesome recipes weren't in here. It would have been nice to have something like that instead of things that you can just find. But it is something we need. And I think that's basically it. We need the canning machine over here. We need the medical bench over here. I mean, in terms of machinery, that's basically it. Yeah, we don't need those. We have the advanced versions of those. And then, of course, it comes down to the farming aspect. And I might let the NPCs take care of that. Right, that's the low-level medical one. We do need that in order to unlock these, if we ever want to be able to do them in the future. But, of course, the big ones are these. And I have no idea why adrenaline is the hardest one. I guess antiviral as well. Rotten food. So I have a lot of rotten food and I have a lot of pathogens. But of course, we actually found a lot of those, so we don't need them just yet. Yeah, we got nearly everything unlocked here, don't we? Everything of importance. Oh, grenade. Yeah, that's right. Grenades. Gonna have to work on that. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Maybe say something in the comments for the great God algorithm. And of course, subscribing is a great way to show your support. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.